Okay, so now we do have 3 different database. So what I want to do is I want to eventually load as a table. But before that, what I'll do is I'll go to the CRM. I select this first column. I press Ctrl A. Ctrl A means it will highlight all the column. What I want to do is I'm going to press here right click and I'm going to press here create data type. What it does is it will actually structure all these columns into one dedicated column, or it can be into 2 dedicated columns. So I'm going to click it over here. So what is the column name? Maybe I'm going to put here CRM. And what column I want to display? I actually want to display company name, because when I look at the company name, I can understand. So company name, and I press OK. So now here we have CRM. Next, what I want to do is I'm going to do the same thing. Select this column, Ctrl A. You may ask me why I need to press Ctrl A. When I press Ctrl A, it will actually highlight the entire table. Then I'm going to press here right click, and then I'm going to click on create data type. And then over here what I'll do is I'll just change this because this is courses. So I'll put here the course, and I only want what? I want the training service. So I'll just put here training service, and I've just pressed OK. Done. Next is invoices. So invoices, what I want is I want the invoice number. So Ctrl A, right click, and create data type. So you may ask me why I press Ctrl A, because to highlight the entire column so that when it's structured into the data, so when I create data type over here, so it will show all the column. So what column I want to display? Basically, I actually want to display the invoice number. Okay, and over here I'll just change to invoices. And then OK, there you go. So right now, when I go to home, I can actually press close and load. But what I'll do is I'll press close and load too. Because when you press close and load, it will eventually load as a table in a new worksheet. So you're not able to press table in existing worksheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press only create connection. I press OK. And then over here, I'll try to create a new worksheet. Okay. And right click over here, and then I'm going to press load too. So I want to load as a table. So now we have already loaded as a table. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to column F and then right click, load as a table. And then I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to right click over here. Okay, right click at the invoice and then load as a table. There you go. So right now we have many rows, like about 30,000 rows dedicated for the invoice. So now if you see here carefully, here we have CRM, here we have cost, here we have invoice. What is my intention is I want to have like a template that shows the invoice, like what is the summary invoice and what is the total transaction for each particular customer. So I'm going to create a new sheet one more time. And over here, what I will write is I'll write the customer name, or you can put your client. Okay, so this is the customer name, and I'll just create a data validation drop-down list. But before we create data validation drop-down list, what I'm going to do is I will just select all these particular range over here, and then I go to formulas and I'll click on define name. So I'm going to click on define name and let it be underscore CRM, press OK. So you may ask me why I create a define name, because I want to choose a data validation based on this given list. So I'm going to press here OK. Then go to sheet 2. I'll just go to this data and then data validation. A box will appear. You just press list. Once you press list, you go to the source and then you press F3. When you press F3 button, then you see here we have a name CRM. You press OK and then you press OK. So there you go. So now we can choose all the company and the details and so on. The next thing what I want to do is I want to put here PIC, person in charge, email, and then I want to put the industry. That means this company is what industry, they located in which city, what country, and also what region. Okay, so now what I'll do is, since we do have this data over here, so we can actually use equal to this. I'm going to select this and I put full stop. So when you have create data type, you can actually connect. So in this case, I want the person in charge. So I'll just click on person in charge and then I press tab and enter. There you go. So now what I'll do is I'll just try to lock this. So when you press lock, okay, also this one also I want to press lock and I'll just drag down. Okay, but apparently for this case, I don't want all to be PIC. What I'll do is I'll just change this to maybe the email. So this will be the email. Over here, I'll just change this. This one, I want the industry. Over here, I also want to change this. Put this into the cities. And okay, so this is located in Hamilton. And this is the country. And this thing over here is the region. Okay, maybe one more thing, maybe to show the credit terms. Okay, so I'm going to put this and just change over here, credit terms. Alright, so there you go. So now we have the customer name, the PICs and so on. So what I want to show you is the